position this. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to a life of a praying prison wife. This weather this morning inspired my life and inspired my topic. First, I want to start off with the serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom, Lord God, the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. So, like I said, the inspiration for my title this morning is was given by this good old weather. I told y'all I wasn't gonna just come to y'all with the positive, the I'm doing this, the I'm doing that. I want to let y'all I want to let y'all in on my storm. I don't know, where do I begin? Where do I begin? I have been through the motions with my employer. If I go dark, y'all, I'm going up under these tunnels and it's storming. I don't know if y'all can see it in the back or whatever. But my employer, oh my God, has took me through the motions. And I think it all stems from just me being in the Word and trying to turn my life around despite or in spite of the things that I've been through and the things that I have endured over the years. My storm, my storm, my storm. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm going to rewind a little bit and give y'all a flash of my story and how or when, or should I say when, I knew that I was a part of the blessing and a part of His divine power to do better or to move or motivate or to just give people or the world a little bit of my story. When I was younger, I was out there. My mom had her battle with her addiction, and as well as my dad. And I'm never going to say I didn't have the guidance that I needed or I didn't have a roof over my head and all of that, but we did go through the motions. But on April 19th, 1993, an angel was given to me by the way of Mr. Darquell Lee, my oldest son. And in that blessing of having him, maybe first off, I was in labor for like a whole day. He did not want to come out. And I understand, this world is crazy. Hold on, y'all. This world is crazy. I wouldn't have wanted to come out either. But finally he did at 10:41 p.m. He came into this crazy cruel world, and little did I know that he would be my blessing. Sorry, y'all. I'm almost off this expressway. I'm a little tongue-tied. Hold on. All right, Defrost, what's going on with you? Okay, try it again. Okay. So, like I said, little did I know that he would be that blessing for me. That he would be the one person in this world that would change my life. 20-30 minutes after I had my disabled son, a team of doctors came in and, they was crowding around him, and they was looking at him and all of this, and here I am, getting cleaned up and everything. I'm looking at them like, what's going on? Why y'all standing around my boy like that? Shortly thereafter, they came to me and they were like, I'm sorry, y'all, these streets in Atlanta ain't no joke. Shortly after that, they came to me and they was like, hey, sweetie, how you doing? Mind you all, I was 16 years old. And like I said, I was out there. I'm not afraid to admit it or anything. I'm 41 years young and beautiful, might I add. And they told me that my son they asked me, was I familiar with trisomy 21? And I'm like, trisomy 21? And I'm like, no, I don't know what you all talking about. Can y'all break that down? Are you familiar with Down syndrome? And I say, I've heard of it, No. Please get in your lane, thank you. And I'm like, yeah, I heard of it, but I mean, what are y'all saying? Well, your son has Down syndrome, and we just want to make you aware of it. And I was like, okay. So then they come with the question, well, the side effects of Downs, the problems with Downs, and the things that people with Down syndrome, the diagnosis, prognosis, and all of that or whatever. Survival chances, they have to give you the good, the bad, the ugly or whatever. And the survival chances were, slim to none. They have heart effects, they have digestive problems, they have this, they have that or whatever. So we would have to stay in the hospital, or he would have to stay in the hospital a little longer, for them to run all the tests.
No.
So the next question they asked was, so we see that you're fairly young.
What?
Do you want to keep him? I'm like, huh? Do you want to keep them? Because there are places, that will take children like these. I said, let me tell y'all something. I don't care if he had a half of a hand, one leg. Y'all hear him in the background. He's with me this morning. This program is closed, so he'll be with me all day. I said, I don't care. That's my boy. Give me my baby. At that time, they put my son in my arms. Don't do it. Please don't. They put my son in my arms, and I laid him on my chest. And at that moment, I prayed. And I asked God to give me understanding. I asked God to give me insight. I asked God to help me take care of this angel that I know he blessed me with. And at that point, they did what they had to do, and they ran their tests. We were supposed to stay in the hospital about 7 or 8 days. We stayed about 4. When I tell you all, everything came back negative. Everything. So I went on about my life. Might I add, I dropped out of school, but because of this baby, I went back to school. I graduated. I was the first in my family to actually walk across the stage. I'm not gonna say graduate, because my siblings did, but in different circumstances and situations. But anywho, I graduated and I went on about my merry little way. I had a hard life, but I made a way. And I knew that because of this child, my life would change somehow, some way. And that was that. So now that y'all know about the history of my little blessing, let me fast forward to all the things that I've been through, and I can pretty much sum it up. I've had people, precious. I've had people to run my name through the mud. That's what I was talking about the other day in my video stand. I had people to, precious. Hold on, excuse me, y'all. Come on, it's time to go. I already spoke to Miss Dr. Moment and Miss Dumas, so I'll be here to pick you up for your appointment. Okay? Where my love at? You got slob on your face. Look, say hey.
Hi.
That's baby girl. What kind of day we gonna have?
Great day.
Okay, give me a high five. All right.
Open the door, Junior.
You're gonna have to run. Look at Duke, y'all. Y'all see him right there. Stop. What you doing, boy?
What you doing?
What you doing? Hurry up, run, mama.
So fast that I want to see them.
Okay, go on, Flash Gordon.
What you doing, boy?
But I've had people back. I'm back. I've had people to run my name through the mud. I've had people to lie on me, deceive me. I've even had managers, come to me and ask me the littlest things like, "Are your teeth real?" I'm like, what? Are your teeth real? One of my cousins is married to one of the ladies who used to be a manager at the cafeteria or whatever. And when I tell you that lady plotted against me, I do not know. For some reason, everything I did, she did. Everything I bought, she bought. It was almost like she was a secret silent stalker or something. She is. And that lady plotted against me. Ended up, they didn't terminate me like that. I think, I forgot. That's been years ago. That was when I was pregnant with Precious, which were twins. And that's another story I'll tell y'all about later. I lost my son, but I ain't gonna go through that on this video. This video is about Duke and my storm and this weather right now. And I've had people to plot against me. I've had people to go back and lie about another employer I worked at, and was telling all these stories, not telling. It's a saying on Facebook. It's like a meme. People will always tell one side of the story, but they won't tell the whole truth. See, with me, I'm transparent. I'm gonna give you the whole truth on this job and that job or whatever. I haven't had a whole lot because the jobs that I've been on for years. So now we'll fast forward to my current employer. When I first started working there was a man that I was under his supervision or whatever. I can't name job titles or anything as of yet. Like I said, I don't know the legal standpoint. I know I can tell my story. I can talk. I know there's freedom of speech. But I don't want to mention names, departments, or anything like that or whatever. But I'm just going to tell you, at that time, my current supervisor, I mean, I was recorded illegally because in the state of Georgia, that's illegal. But that was told for him to do through a manager. Then they went to messing with my time. Then they went to all kind of stuff. I had to go HR, next level, or whatever. And I still stood. Okay. A year ago, June 21st, I will never forget because it's my anniversary. I had a situation where I had to move. I wasn't evicted, but there was a situation where I had to move, and I ended up moving with someone that I thought was a good friend. That friend, or as I thought friend, did some cool things. I'll tell y'all about that later. But June 21st, 2017, my son Junior, let y'all see him. He over here, he always sleeping. I don't know if the camera gonna turn like that. Y'all see him? There you go. Okay. Thing said turn the phone back. Okay, I turned it back. Woke up and Duke, again, I'm back on Duke, he was having a seizure pretty much. But it wasn't like, I don't know if any of you all, well, I know somebody have seen people have seizures before, and most people, they're making noise or you can hear them or whatever. Duke was actually seizing, and Junior caught it. He woke the whole house up, and at that moment I was stunned, shocked, like OMG. we called the ambulance, we rushed him to the hospital and everything. And when I tell you they had to sedate him and give him all kind of meds or whatever and take all kind of tests and try to figure out, why did this all of a sudden happen? Okay, in the midst of that, Lord, I went to praying again. And let me tell y'all something. I pray so much. I bet God be like, look, Deidre, I got this. Chill out. And then famous words of my husband and my granny, you can't pray and worry. You're going to do one or the other. You're going to pray and you're going to let God have it, or you're going to worry and just keep on worrying and stress yourself when you know that I've already taken care of it. It's already done, as my grandma say. So y'all, they ended up not finding the reason, and they diagnosed him that day with epilepsy.
Quit, boy.
But not only do he have seizures, he has silent seizures. So we have to closely monitor him. And when I say closely monitor him, I mean, it goes so far as to when he falls asleep at night, after I've given him his Keppra, his seizure meds, I would literally sleep by his bed. When this first happened, I did not know. So now my sleep pattern is every 30 minutes, 45 minutes, every hour, every 2 hours, or whatever, I'm checking on it. My children ever in, we've been dealing with. But my storm at work, I went back and I let these people know, okay, my son is suffering, with this. I brought them the paperwork, gave them the everything that the hospital gave me, I gave it to my job. And I let them know. At that time, I had a cool store, not store manager, one of the managers. He came to me and he was like, well, don't worry about anything. Just make sure you let us know if you need a day off or whatever. And I was like, okay. But I said all of that about the seizures to say, despite of my son having these episodes or whatever of epilepsy and everything, that manager that I was working up under still continued to micromanage me, belittle me, and just put me through all kind of madness, not to mention other things that I was going through. Him trying to make me and the coworkers go at it. It just was a whole bunch of stuff. I still stood. I kept standing.
That boy.
And in the midst of me standing, fast forwarding, he ended up getting demoted, then transferred. And after that, I think some people were mad at me because he was of a different, ethnic background. Do I care? Yes.
I don't care.
But it matters that all that I went through, all that I was subjected to, I felt like no one really cared. But in the midst of that, another person stepped up, became smooth selling for. He didn't mean to walk on. We're gonna say he was very compassionate. He asked us, is there anything you need? He knew about Duke. Was there anything you needed? Any days you need off? And for a minute, my schedule was okay. No one was really cutting my go. Y'all, hold on. Dropping the next one off. I don't know why you beeping. A couple months ago, he ended up having to step down.
No.
Drive a little closer. Hold on. Bye. Have a good day. What you said? Well, he don't want to give me no kiss. Not even got love you. Oh, hold on. He holding. He's 16. back on. Boom, we back home. So he ended up having to step down or whatever, and I'm gonna make this real short and brief. After he stepped down, before he stepped down, came to us and he was like, look, you know, this going on, that going on. I can't be a part of the craziness or whatever, and I just refuse to mistreat y'all or do y'all wrong. Shout out to you, baby. We appreciate you for that. We love you for that. I love you for that. I'm gonna stop speaking about everybody else or whatever. So, you know, after that, you know, someone else was appointed, you know, and became a new leader, and you know, boom, there it goes again. You know, and I've been on my job almost 3 years now. I love my job. I love my job. I love my customers, and I just love what I do. I am a specialist, or whatever. I think I can say a cheese specialist. It is what it is. And I love my job. I love to pair things. I love to just put things together. I love my customers' face when they walk off. I have a couple of them. Not a couple. I have more than a couple. I have about 20 or 30 that come and ask for me by name, you know. And I just love what I do. And to make a long story short or whatever, boom, here I go. My hours are cut again. Excuse me. And in the midst of all of this stuff happening, what I don't get and what I don't understand, and it's so hard for me, is before this other person was placed as the leader in my job, like I was the only one with kids. Young kids. Nah, I'm not the only one with kids, but I was the only one with young kids or whatever. So shoot, I need my money. Not to say that everybody don't. Of course everybody do, but I need my money. And for the life of me, you know, I got a couple coworkers that help me, like spiritually. Help me. And they like, you know, just don't worry about it. You know, do you know, this, that, or whatever. I'm furious at this point. I'm not going to use the word mad. I'm frustrated because I'm like, why are my hours getting cut? Okay. Back to my hours and availability or whatever. Okay. Well, you can't work on Fridays. You know, I don't know if I mentioned my son's program is closed on Fridays, last Friday of the month. My children who I just dropped off, Junior and Precious, they get out of school early on Fridays, 2 Fridays of the month or whatever. I don't have anybody that I can depend on to go and get them each and every time this happens. So in order to make things right, I've put myself in that position. Okay, I got to cut myself a day. So I cut myself a day. So I get the backlash back and forth. Oh, it's because of your availability. You know, this, that, or whatever. That's why you're getting this many hours or whatever. I'm like, okay. I am still standing. I am still going to stand. And in spite of this storm, I just didn't understand why, you know, take from the one that needed it the most. I went from 34 to 32 to 26, 27. From 26, 27 to 17, 18, 19. Then now 20, you know, just different, up and out. Everybody know once this money is taxed and all of this stuff, it's nothing really left, you know, not to maintain. Yeah, I get other sources of income, but the only thing is indefinite is, you know, Luke's money. Nothing else. But regardless, I still have to pay bills. I still have to do what I need to do. I still have to maintain. And might I add, I drive a big old truck. So I'm just fussing and cussing, and, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just going through the storm. But I'm still standing. I'm still standing. So the other day I was so frustrated, you know, because the situation came up at work. There was a misunderstanding, and sometimes it takes a misunderstanding to get an understanding. And those are the famous words that comes out of my husband's mouth. So in that misunderstanding, you know, some stuff was said or whatever, and that's cool. The very next day, y'all know, anybody that know me know about my grandma, my praying grandmother. Y'all, when I tell y'all I went to her house the next day and we had church that morning, I got there about 7:45 after I dropped the kids off. And when I said we had church, we had church. Got there about 7:45, y'all, and we prayed for a whole hour. We talked to God for a whole hour. She grabbed my hand and I just boo-hoo. I'm talking about, woo, the ugly cry. But I am saying all of this to say, y'all, let me see how many minutes am I in. I was supposed to do 30. Yep, okay, I think I'm at 25. Yeah. So, my grandma grabbed my hand and she said, baby, didn't I tell you that I was on this job for 30 years and the devil came at me every which way but loose? Because the closer you get to God and the closer you get to your blessing, that's what's supposed to happen. Mind you, last week, me and my husband, we're fasting. I'm not going to even tell y'all what days, but once a week, we fast, and doing that, we come to God with everything or whatever, and in coming to God, we asking God, you know, what we thank Him for. We telling God what we thank Him for. We asking God for the things that we are promised and everything else, y'all. And when I tell you, you know, it's been going good. It's actually been going great. And hold on, y'all. I gotta get over one more time. It's so ugly out here today. And in the midst of that storm, you know, things are happening. But might I add, when I got back to work or whatever, and that situation happened, my grandma, she was like, I'm telling you, you got to know that He's going to come at you. He's going to come at you, and He's going to come at you even harder. And then Him coming at you even harder, you got to just stand, baby. My grandma don't know anything about this channel. My co-workers that my spiritual co-workers don't know anything about this channel because I haven't shared that with them yet. I'm going to share it with them, but I just haven't, you know, no particular reason. And she was like, you got to stand. And I was like, wow, Mama. And I cried and I cried and I cried. And I made up my mind that, hey, I'm just going to stand in the midst of my storm. I'm just going to stand because I know the outcome. I know that God has nothing but blessings coming my way. I ain't the best person in the world. I ain't perfect by a long shot. My parenting skills are impeccable. Anybody that knows me knows that or whatever. But in the midst of this storm, I'm just going to continue to stand. And I come before you all today and I say, stand in your storms. Because when you going through something, it's to teach you a lesson. It's sometimes your blessing be the storm. To shake you up a little bit. That just like the song said, there's a shaking in the spirit. For real, like it's to really, really, really show you. And in that storm, sometimes you see who for you, sometimes you see who not. And y'all, I promise you, I do. I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. I'm not shooting shots. I'm speaking facts. Vivid facts, points. And in all of this, I just want to let y'all know that I'm going to stand. I'm going to stand. I wanted to share that with you all this morning because it was heavy on my heart. And when I came to work yesterday and the next day or whatever, I was just silent. You know, I'm going to let my silence be golden now because I am so misunderstood in that place. But it's fine because everything don't have to, what's understood don't need to be explained. And y'all, that's just it. I'm gonna stand in my storm, and I'm gonna continue to push on. I thank you all for watching. Sorry I'm so long-winded today, but I just needed to share that story. I hope it touched someone, but hey, it is what it is. But I'm gonna continue to stand. I'm gonna continue to pray. I'm gonna continue to thank God for my many blessings. This one back here. Them two that just got out the car, even though they wrecked my nuts a little bit or whatever, I just thank God for it because they changed me. This one right here changed my life. I thank you all, like I said, for watching, and please like this video and all the videos that I put up. Y'all, I'm letting y'all in. I'm trying to give y'all the real life of a praying prison. I have to let y'all know it ain't peaches and cream. Notice I didn't mention my husband a lot today because I want y'all to know the life of a praying priest who I move myself. and let y'all know what I go through. Just give y'all just a little bit, you know. And like I said, thanks for watching again. Please like, please share if you feel the need to, and please subscribe if you haven't. Please, please, please. I need your support. I got family members and everything. Y'all go ahead and do what's proper. Hit that like button. Share this video. Subscribe. Y'all go ahead, show me some love, and I promise y'all won't disappoint. And when y'all see the first couple 5, 6 videos, y'all be like, oh my God, she have a story to tell. Y'all, I'm not through. I promise y'all, I'm gonna give y'all the real. Just give me a chance. I love y'all. I love everybody, even the naysayers and the people that plotting against me. Y'all, it is what it is. Y'all be blessed. And thanks again for tuning in to A Life of a Praying Prison Wife.